Welcome to Straight Out of Savannah, Talking with Tammi, a podcast that showcases people you may not know who are choosing to use their gifts to inspire and move the planet.
So I was getting on my nerve. All
right. So this is Straight Out of Savannah, talking with Tammi and my guest, Olivia B Shepherd. Olivia, let the people know who you are and what it is that you do.
I am Olivia B Shepherd, transformation and business coach. I help women entrepreneurs like myself that suffer from mental health issues. So I help them master entrepreneurship and their mental health. Most of the clients that come to me are overwhelmed, they're full of self-doubt, they're hopeless, all the things that go with mental health issues. So most of them are running businesses or they want to start businesses and they just don't know where to begin. They're feeling, that hopelessness. I can't do it. I'm too tired. I don't have enough money, those things. So I kind of help them transform the way they see themselves. Because when you deal with mental health issues, you don't see yourself the way you should be seeing yourself, the way others see you. So I help them transform their mindsets in order to up-level themselves for their businesses.
Oh, that is powerful. So what brought you to be able to do that? What was the catalyst that made you say, this is who I want to help and this is what I want to do?
About 3.5 years ago, almost 4 years now, I'm also a suicide attempt survivor. And that is a thing. A lot of people don't think that's a thing. It is actually a thing, suicide attempt survivor. And it was about almost 4 years ago. I had decided that night I wanted to just take my life, end it all. I was over it. Things just was not going the way I needed them to go, or I thought they should go. It's the demons that you fight in your head. Once I decided to get checked into the hospital, I got the therapy I needed. I got the medications that work for my brain. Like I tell everybody else, medications or therapy might not work for you, but it works for me. So I do what I have to do to for myself. But at the time, we were in a coping skills class and we had to journal some things about what would we tell our future self. And I think the question was like, what would you tell somebody after your stay here? And it clicked to me. I could become a coach. And I was just playing with it at first when I said it, I was like, nobody's gonna listen to me, once again, the self-doubt, self-sabotaging myself, and it's so funny because I'm right now in my group, I'm helping women find their purpose. We're talking about purpose. And I always wanted to be a teacher since I was a little girl. Well, I got the degree to become a teacher and I didn't really use it because, again, I'm not that fond of kids, like I should be. The older I got, I'm not that fond of kids. I love them, and I love the creativity I have with them, but it was just not my thing. But I can still use that teaching degree when I'm coaching my clients.
Yeah.
When I'm coaching people, So I decided that I was going to become a mentor, which I am still a mentor. I no longer have my mentoring service, but I still mentor women on the side if they need it. But I decided I got I'm a certified transformation coach, actually. I never say the certified part because I don't think you need all of that. But I'm actually certified as a transformation coach. But I just wanted everybody to start to feel the way I felt. I wanted everybody, because it is hope. Okay, there's a reason for you to be here. See, if I felt like if it didn't work the 14 times you tried it, apparently there's a reason why you're here. And I like to say that God was like, nah, chick, we don't need you right now, but they do down there, on earth, they need you. So that's why I decided to become a transformation coach. Now, the business coach part about it, I have been in business for almost 21 years. I started my first housekeeping service in the year 2000 when there was no internet. Well, it was internet, but there was no Facebook, there was no Instagram. Right. There was none of these things that everybody has. When you start a business now, you can do all of these things. It was none of that back then. Mm-hmm. I had no formal education. I was a teen mom, on government assistance, and I just started a business. I never saw anybody in my family do it, but I did it. And it lasted all of those years. So I'm officially retired from the housekeeping, but I like to help some of the women start businesses, those who are stagnant in their businesses, who are right here. They started it, they got the name, they got the registration, but now they don't know what to do. So that's where the business coach part comes from. So that's why I just combine the two and you get me.
That is powerful, girl. That is powerful. Something you said that you love to help those who are stagnant and who are needing direction.
Mm-hmm.
So when you say that, how does that form your what do they call it? Your soulmate clients that light you up?
Well, because I remember being stagnant.
Mm-hmm.
I remember having the ideas. I remember thinking that I knew I was meant for this stuff. I knew I had to do. I mean, you know how you feel it. You feel it. You're burning passion. You know what you have to do, but then you're not. You procrastinate. You're overthinking. You're sitting there and you're crying. Why can't things happen for me? Why are all things always happening to me? I remember being that stagnant entrepreneur where I didn't have anything. I didn't have anything going on. I was just thinking about you're just literally sitting at an empty desk, even though thousands of things are on your desk. Mm-hmm. You're just sitting there. You're void of all thoughts. You're just there, and I needed somebody to push me because I didn't have that. And so that's when I met my coach, Chandra. I reached out to her because we were both in a similar situations with our children. And I just started talking to her, but the more she would light me up. Olivia, you can do this. Olivia, already know how to do this. Olivia, you this. I never heard those things. So my ideal client is going to be just like me. She is going to want to have someone uplift her. Okay. She wants to hear, this is a good idea. You're on the right track. I never heard those things from anybody, in my family. It was also the seeking validation because you never had the validation from the people that you wanted it from. So I sought the validation, but I had to learn that people are not going to be, everybody is not going to be for you. So my ideal client is the woman that is looking to be lifted up, the woman that has the business plan, the woman that has the money to get herself together or not have the money, because you can start a business without a lot of money. I want her to be sitting there and I want her to say, my coach Olivia got my back. She's rooting for me. And that's the type of mentor and coach I am. I have tons of people around me who I do mentor, and they love that about me. I am very, very, very kick-ass, okay? I am going to, because I got a client right now, a guy, my first guy, and he's writing a book. And I already just released my first book. And I told him, I said, hey, now, you've been starting your book ever since last year. I need you to get it together. And he was like, oh my God, this is what I need. I was like, yeah, because I don't play. I'm gonna need you to get it together. This was your dream. Now you see it coming to fruition. You need to now get on board with these things. So my ideal client is gonna be is gonna be who I used to be, looking for the validation, the praise, just to kind of get us going. So that's my ideal client.
So would you call yourself, in all the things that you are, because you are amazing and extraordinary, but would you call yourself an accountability coach?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I like that because I do hold them to account. I will, like with my this particular client, my book client, it was a dream of his last year, June. Now I'm making him do what he needs to do. So he's showing me the artwork behind it. And I asked him the other day, I said, how is it coming? He's like, wow, this was a dream last year. Now I'm starting to see it come through. So I do hold them to account because of the simple fact that nobody held me to account. So it made me stagnant. It made me procrastinate. It made me lazy. I had a podcast. I wouldn't do a podcast episode, but every 4 months, I wasn't consistent. You know what I'm saying? Because nobody was telling me, get yourself out there and do what you need to do. Yeah. I didn't have, you know? And so now I'm that with my clients. I have one a mentee that's overthinking it. She has a blog that's coming out. You've been having this blog coming out for 14 days. I'm gonna need you to get it together. You know, right. What are you waiting on? Like, so I'm that person. I literally am that coach. Call me 24 hours a day because I am always around. I'm the one that listens to you. You know, I know why a lot of people can't do a lot of the things they do because I was that person. You know, I know how it feels to be broke. I know how it feels to, you know, not have, you know, you just, all you do is you feel like giving up. Even though you're talented, you know you got it, but you want to give up. I've been that person before. So that's why you're right. I am accountability coach too. Well, add that to beside.
I was gonna say, I'm listening to you right now, and I would say that not only are you an accountability coach, you are also a healer.
Yeah.
So now do you step into that hat as well? Because I can hear it. Because the thing people don't realize about healers is healers can use their words to help people to transform, transition. So just as being a transformational coach, an accountability coach, also a healer.
Yeah.
Because healer
and I try
the energy.
Yeah. And I try to do that. I send out text messages every single morning and to emails. And it's every morning, you know, they'll say, how do you come up with this stuff? I let the universe tell me. So 2:00 in the morning, I don't know what I'm going to text them from day to day. So when I get up in the mornings, I create the content and then I'll just flow from there. So then I'll get the messages rolling back like, God, I needed that today. I didn't, you know, but it came to me. You know, I like the lady that texted me today. She said, I really needed to hear that today. Then the other lady told me, she said, I don't know if you looking in my window, or if you sneaking up on me, but how you be knowing? I said, well, I'm a Scorpio. So I know everything. Okay. I'm a Scorpio. So you know how we do as Scorpios. We do feel, we feel people. We take on the burdens of our clients. Yeah. We take on all of that. And that's what makes us also to some point where, you know, like with our children, anything, we try to take on that role because we feel so deeply. Yes. You know, so when my client is in a point, my overthinker client, you know, she was like, it's going to be the death of me. I said, no, it ain't. It ain't kill me, so they ain't fit to kill you. You know, so I do my motivation of like, if you're being coached by me, you do get that every single day inspiration for you to get yourself going. You know, and as your coach, when you're done with your session, you're not done with me and I'm not done with you because you still need to heal. You know, you can get 4 weeks, but it takes some time to get where you need to be to my point where I'm already healed. And I deal and dabble a little bit of meditation too. Yes. So I'm all into my meditation now. I'm doing my meditating journaling. I mean, I love all things meditation now. You know, you thought it was such a weird thing. Like, why are people, you know, doing this? And why are we taking breaths and breathing? Like, what is that going to do? How is that going to, you know, and when I got into my coping skills class and I started to learn that, and it clears you out. Like, you know, it literally clears you. I love it. Yes, I'm a healer too. I'm everything, girl. I'm everything.
You really are. I mean, I'm just loving just how you go about it and how you, because I can feel the love that you have for your clients and for the work that you do. And that is, I mean, to me, that's phenomenal because there are so many people out here doing that shady.
Yep. And I've met a few of them. And I don't like the way they are as coaches because a lot of them are for the money. Yeah. And I'm okay with that. You know, right now I'm retired from my first business. And yes, I definitely need to, you know, get that same income, you know, going. But I always say too, it makes my heart beat when I know that somebody has not committed suicide because of me. Yes. Somebody has said to me that you are the reason I live because I had that. I had none of that. Okay. When I was about to get ready to do what I was doing, people were telling me to pray about it, get over it. You know, you got a nice house, you got a husband, you got a car. That's not how mental health works.
No, it's not.
So if I might not never have the exact amount of money right now, but guess what? 3 or 4 people didn't die because of me, period. And that's what it's all about for me. That's just what it's all about.
Wow, that's a heck of a mission.
Yeah.
So
I'm like the walk-in healer. Like, you ain't finna die on us. You got too much to do. Because that's what God did to me.
yes.
That's what God did to me. He did not let that happen that last time, because he told me, no, sis, you got stuff to do. Why you keep trying to do this? I know you're tired of me doing it. Like, why you keep trying to do this? You know, and I keep saying, God, what is my purpose? Why are you saving me? It is to save others. It
Yes.
is to save other people.
Yes.
So that's why I'm here. That's exactly why I'm here.
I truly believe that's so real, because I think that for a lot of us, our purpose ends up being the things that we've gone through, and
Yeah.
how we can help other people to,
That's right.
to move past it. Because,
Exactly.
we both know, especially being Black women,
Mhm.
that it's so easy for us to just say, okay, we got all these things against us, because
Yeah.
we are Black, and they out here killing us, and this, that, and the third, and all kind of stuff. However, that don't have to be the end of the story,
Nope. No, it
and
doesn't.
that's what I'm hearing from you, as far as when you work with people. It's like giving them another opportunity, or giving them a hand or a leg up, is what I'm
Mhm.
hearing.
Yeah. I'm their cheerleader,
Yeah.
period. I'm your cheerleader because I didn't have any of that. And I vowed when I was sitting in the hospital, when I was doing my journal, like, I'm never going to let another woman suffer alone.
Yes.
There's no excuse for this. There's no excuse for us as Black women not to stick together. But
Yes.
that mental health is such a taboo in the community.
Yes.
Because I was turned down by 2 Black doctors that literally told me, we don't take medicines. That's that white people stuff. Mental health does not have a color. Okay, it's not white people stuff. Okay, and I got that from 2 Black doctors, a man and a woman. So they literally set me back on my way when they knew that I
With
was
no help.
No help. They sent me back. The first one sent me back home with some pain pills, because I didn't know that I was having anxiety attacks. And he sent me home with pain pills. I'm like, okay, but this ain't working for me.
So did they even do an assessment though?
No, the first man,
Nothing.
the first doctor told me I probably lift something heavy. Yeah, like the burdens, like yeah, my burdens. That's what's going on here.
So
But
you was stressed the fuck out.
Yeah, and he brushed it off. He said, that's not, look, you don't need that stuff. That was the first doctor. Try it again. Because you're supposed to get all these different opinions.
Mm-hmm.
And that lady came in, that doctor came in, she was an older woman. She came and sat beside me and said, baby, we as Black women don't do those things. You get yourself in a good church, you get you some counseling, and I said, what?
This was
And I just, she told me, she didn't, and I had a prescription that I wanted her to refill for that's at the time when I was taking the Zoloft. She didn't even refill it. She let me walk out of there. And that's when I had the mental breakdown. By that time, I was my caregiver to my father. And as everybody know my story, my father was my abuser. And so I had to end up being his caretaker.
Wow.
So now here's the PTSD flashing. Here is me trying to take care of a man that never took care of me.
Right.
Okay. So now I'm washing a man who never even washed me. All of these things were coming back to me. Like I had so many thoughts, and every day I was replaying when he abused me. Every day I was replaying. Every time I had to hear him cough, the smelling him, everything was killing me. In the inside, I wanted to kill him and kill myself. I was like, ain't nobody gonna miss either one of us. That's how bad it got.
Oh my goodness.
I ain't nobody gonna miss us. We good. I used to try to, girl, let me stop, because I want that to be in my story. But no, I used to. But girl, I got you. It was bad. Okay, but it was so bad that I was plotting his death.
Yeah.
Because I wasn't trying to plot to kill my father. I was trying to plot to kill my abuser.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Yes.
So my father, I was helping. The abuser, I wanted to murder, because that's how I was feeling. So that got me into the PTSD part of my diagnosis. And so at that time, I just had a mental breakdown. And I literally didn't have anybody there for me. Nobody. My husband, my husband was like, he doesn't understand mental health. So he was just like, you need to get over it. Like, your dad's gone, now get over it.
Like, what's wrong with you?
That's how it was.
Yeah,
that's how it was. I was in a prison in my own mind.
Yeah.
And I know all too well when I work with clients who are putting on this mask. That's why my first Facebook group it used to be named Unleashing the Mask. Because remember when we were talking about the pocketbooks and stuff, I had a shopping addiction.
Yes.
So I bought things to fulfill the void.
Right. Yes.
So that's what I was doing. And so I was masking the pain. I got the beautiful makeup on. I'm trying to hide the dark circles underneath my eyes, so I don't want another woman to have to walk around here literally saying, I want to end it all. I don't have anybody to talk to, and but you have me because, and I always tell them too, this is I don't judge you. I've been broke before. Yes. I used payday loans before. Yes. I've had a negative balance before. There's nothing off limits. Do you see what I'm saying?
I do.
You can be an entrepreneur and be broke.
Yes.
That's the thing that they don't tell you that when they're telling you, let me show you how I make $10,000 in a day, but they don't tell you they're $10,000 in debt. You see what I'm saying? So I just keep it transparent with them. I know everything that you're going through. That's what makes me such a great coach to those who are in need right now.
Yes, that was powerful and a mouthful, Olivia. I'm so grateful that you came on to share that, because I know that there are women out there watching. So now, do you mostly work with women, but you said you do have a man?
Yeah, a guy, somebody I was referred to by another lady that I was working with, and she was like, well, she helped me, she probably can help you too. So, I don't mind working with men. I have no problem working with men. I think men, we overlook that men also too suffer from mental health issues.
Yes.
Just because they're supposed to be the strong Black man, doesn't mean that they don't get sad. They don't get depressed. They do. And this guy was stagnant in his, he didn't want to work at a 9 to 5 anymore. He wanted to become an author. He wants to, be at home. And I'm like, what makes him different from us?
Right.
Just the fact that he's a male, he was feeling a certain type of way. Because what I do with my clients is, I want to know your business. Don't be lying to me. I want to know your business. Okay. So if you are living paycheck to paycheck, let me know that. Because I'm not going to be able to help you if you're telling me keeping things a secret. I don't like secrets. Right. Because secrets with how my family were, and secrets drove all of us crazy because of the secrets we're hiding, like I explained to you, me being pregnant at 12. That was a secret. Mm-hmm. That was a secret. And I had to live that secret for so many years. We never talked. So when my clients come to me, I want to know everything. When I ask you a question, I want to know it all. So if you are broke, if you can't afford to have me, but you might pay me through a credit card or something like that, I need to know these things. I need to know if you're dealing with emotional abuse, physical abuse. I need to know everything that's going on because I'm nosy. But in order for me to help you, I need to know. And I let people know I'm not an actual licensed therapist, but I also know too why therapy doesn't work for people, because they go into therapy trying to lie. They don't want to tell what they think they can tell. No, my therapist know all my business. Okay. Yeah. And guess what?
What it is they think it's like Facebook.
Facebook,
they show you, everybody in their beauty, and nobody talks about the bad shit, and you got the people hollering about, I'll show you how to make $10,000 a week or whatever, and and they ain't making that.
No, they're not making. I know some of them, and they're not making that. And that's what I used to tell people too. I don't tie my success, and I said this yesterday on my live, I don't tie my success to money, because I know what it's like not to have none. Okay. Right. But to me, like I see some of the coaches will be on there and say, well, I did this, I did that, I did this, and I knocked it out the park. And I'd be like, did you do it with mental health issues, sis? Oh, okay. I'm the real MVP. Okay. Try having this brain and doing all that. Okay. I'm the MVP. Okay. People who don't want to get out of bed in the mornings. It's a struggle for people like us. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm a lot better off because I'm on medications, I'm healing, and I'm doing my therapy, my sexual trauma, all of that. But for those women who are not starting, and one thing before I could even go any further, if any client does come to me, you're going to have to admit you have a problem. See, so many people want to say that they're depressed, but they're not getting help for it. So my thing is, if you come to me, I'm going to send you to somebody so you can start working with that person in order to work on your business as well. Because so many times we'll have a headache, we'll run to the doctor. Our knee hurt, we'll run to the doctor. Your back ache, you'll run to the doctor. But what about your brain? How come you ain't running to the doctor because of your brain? You know ain't nothing going on up there. I need you to go to the doctor, but you have to realize that's an illness too.
Yeah.
So before anybody works with me, you have to believe that this is what's wrong with me. I do want to seek help. Because now all people don't need that. But if you are depressed more than 3 to 6 months, you need help.
Oh,
you need help. And you can't deprive yourself of that. Because I'm in a better space for having done that. Now I do have my episodes. I call them episodes now. Mm-hmm. When I have my breakdowns, because I still experience it sometimes. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I try to be fast and wean myself off the medication, but I'd be like, girl, you gotta get back on that stuff because it ain't good up there. It ain't good up there. Yeah, and I need it because I'll spaz out. I'll spaz out, so I need it. And I'm okay with needing it. It doesn't take away from.
The thing is it makes you who you are. I mean, it helps you to become, the thing that you want to become. Because
but people take blood pressure medicine for 44 years, but they won't take medications for your brain. Right. I don't get why are we talking about, you don't know what's in blood pressure medicines. People just most white doctors put you on blood pressure medicine because you over the weight count.
Yeah, and you saying,
thank you. They assume everybody eat fried chicken. I don't. But
I do, but I don't. But my blood pressure is good.
And see, I got blood pressure problems, and I don't even eat fried chicken.
I did when I first moved to Arizona from South Carolina. Mm-hmm. My blood pressure, but I went to the doctor. They did all that. I went to the emergency room. They kept me overnight. Did cardiac ultrasounds and all this, and then and the diagnosis was stress the fuck out.
That's what it is. That's exactly what it is.
Once I got to the place where I started meditating and started just really doing self-care and loving on me and taking care of me and all that stuff, I came off them pills. I haven't taken blood pressure pills in probably 5-6 years now.
Yeah, and see, that's what I'm hoping to get to that point too, because I know that but see, also I have to stay on them because my medication makes my blood pressure rise. Yeah. So I have to balance them out. So
and you do
more say. Yeah.
The thing is, it's okay though.
It's so okay. Because it's gonna, people are so against it. They're so against that.
As we deal with our weight things and stuff like that, because that affects it too. Like my husband is on it, and they were talking about upping his dosage and blah blah blah. But what it is we figured out that when he have to go to work, his blood pressure go up, so he have to make sure. When he's out. When he's stressed out from his ex or something like that, then his blood pressure starts going up, or one of his kids call him with foolishness, then blood pressure starts going up. But we start realizing that, and we start doing things, he start doing things to stay calm and keep himself, at a level.
And see, another thing about that too, when people come to me, you have to be ready to change.
Yes.
You can't come to me when you are just half-assing it. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I get some of the people that come to me and I'll say things like, well, I'm gonna need you to change your environment. You're gonna have to cut some people off. Yeah. People don't want to hear the truth. And see, I always say,
they don't want to work.
They don't want to work. Yeah. So I always give self-evaluation. I give them a sheet. Self-evaluation. I give you questions to ask about yourself, because you're going to have to be truthful with yourself. Because a lot of the times, the things that you are going through may just be you. It may be you're the problem. I remember me being the problem in my marriage. I remember me being the problem in all of my relationships where I was the one who was some dramatic, drunk queen.
Yes.
Okay. And once I took ownership of that, I knew then, now when I started taking ownership of that, and when people would come to me and say, well, you must be drinking. No, I'm not drinking, but you're still stupid.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
And
so I realized they were still stupid. You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
But when people come to me, you have to come to me ready to make this change, because I have so many people that'll come to me and they'll drop out.
Yes.
And they don't want it because I'm too harsh or I'm saying the wrong thing. Well, then you're not ready for transformation.
And they're not your soulmate client.
And that used to worry me because I was so busy trying to save everybody.
Yes.
But I had to learn everybody's not savable and everybody is not my project.
I was going to say, and everybody is not for you. Because what I learned is that I don't really like people that much. I'm an introvert. I could be right here doing this. I ain't gonna do it. You know what I mean? That's and I had to learn that too, that everybody is not, for me. Because everybody's not, if you don't listen to me, you don't respect me, and you don't want to do the work, and you don't hear what I'm saying to you, then you're not for me, because I can't work with you, and you're not going to get the transformations that you would like to have, right?
Exactly. And see, a lot of people want to get the transformation by not acknowledging self.
Right.
They want to just go around. They want to see what most people want to get transformed to see how they can make other people around them transform. Right. So if my husband do better, I might do better. Or my kids start acting better, I might do better. No, what if your kids are dead and gone and your husband gone too? You're going to still be faced with you.
Look, then what?
Then what?
Right.
So I had to learn too. I remember being the drama queen. I remember starting the arguments. I remember being horrible to my husband and saying nasty things. I was that person. But when I decided to change, when I knew that I needed to change, when I knew that either I was going to be divorced and back on the street someplace, without a husband, that I needed to start doing some things to change. Yes. Now, once you start to change, sometimes people around you will change.
Yes.
Because they will see the change in you. Yes. Now, that didn't happen with the people that I cut off, which were my parents and my sister and my niece. I just cut them clean off 4 months ago. But my husband did change. There were some things that my husband needed to work on, and he worked on. But the people who were on this side, my family, they didn't change. They didn't like that I changed, so I left them behind. And you have to be willing to leave toxic people behind, because if you are going to get any peace or any healing, you're going to have to let go of toxic people. And it may be your mother, your brother, your cousin, your sister. It may be your father. It may be your husband, I'm telling you.
People in the back.
It may be your sister, your brother, your cousin, your children, it may be those people. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? I still have people coming to me right now. Well, you shouldn't do your mom like that. Yes, I can. Because she is not going to be able, if she can't get it together, I can't help her.
No.
But I need peace. I love her, but I need the peace.
Yeah.
Now I've left the window open for her to come in now, but I'm gonna need the peace. But now guess what? She will respect my boundaries.
That's exactly
right.
She
get back over here, she will respect those boundaries. That's I would never have to go through what I ever went through with her. And I had went through almost 40 something years of abuse. Yeah. That mental abuse. That was horrible. Yeah. I just cut my people off 4 months ago. So yes, it does take some time, but you have to be willing to do that.
Yes, you have to be willing to do the work. Okay, so we're going to wrap this thing up right now. This conversation has been so amazing, and it's really been difficult to cut it off. However, I'm going to have to get Olivia back again because this was so good.
They don't know how I preview you. They don't know what behind the scenes was like.
Exactly, right? So let the people know how they can get in touch with you and, who you're looking for to work with and what you're doing, coming up.
Well, I am all over social media as Olivia B Shepherd. You do have to put the B in there because there's a Caucasian woman named Olivia Shepherd as well. So if you put it that way, she'll pop up. But if you put the B, I'll pop up. So it's Olivia B Shepherd. And it's over. I'm on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. I also have a Facebook group that you can join. It's Mastering Mental Health and Entrepreneurship. I just did a whole self-love series, 14 days of self-love. So that'll be out as a course by the end of the week. I am about to get ready to do I just had my journal launch. My very first journal, Girl Cast Your Cares, is a prayer and gratitude journal. So you can find that on Amazon, or you can wait a week and get the audio version along with the book for a little bit more price. But it will be if you're into meditations, this lady narrates this book so well that all you want to do is sit and just journal that way. So other than that, I'm willing to work with anyone that's ready to transform themselves, ready to transform their businesses. You know, if you want to start a business, I'm your girl. I know all things business, all things about creating content, all of that social media stuff. I'm pretty good at all of that stuff. So if you are looking to have a mentor, because you don't have to actually be coach, you can actually just have me as a mentor, which is a different type of pricing. That's a little bit more for the people who don't have the funds. You know, I know that there are people that want to be coached or mentored, but they don't have the funds. Yeah. So I'm your girl. You know, you can come to me, be honest, you know, let me know what's going on. Other than that, you know, just see me around social media, you know, shout me out, let me know you saw me on Miss Tammi. I may give you an autographed copy of my first journal. So, you know, just let me know. Yeah, I'm so excited about the journal because I really want to help. Here's the healer in me coming out again. Yes. So yes. Thank you again, Miss Tammi. I really enjoyed it.
Oh, you know what? It's been my pleasure. This has been such an amazing conversation, and y'all don't know what, we had a conversation before the conversation, which was also amazing. So again, so much for joining me, Olivia, and I appreciate all of you watching or listening to my podcast. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel, subscribe to the podcast so that you can get more just like this.
Exactly.
All right, so we're gonna call it a day.
Yes. It was great. I loved it.
I know you've been blown away with the amazing value here today. Now go out and inspire the planet. And be sure to send us a message when you're ready to come talk about it on Straight Outta Savannah, Talking with Tammi.